Hey there, Leo. Sorry, just had to make sure that I'm actually recording, which I am. So, welcome. I did that the other day. That wasn't fun, but welcome to your reading for the week of March 28th. We're just going to jump right in here, Leo, and we're going to see what is going on for you. I don't read reversals, and that Wheel of Fortune was in reverse. We will keep it in mind, though, but, again, to me, it doesn't matter. But anyway, this is for March 28th. I'm going to clarify in this reading, so there won't be a part 2. And also, I'm using the Prisma Visions Tarot, if you're wondering what deck this is. But, Leo, let's see here. You start off with the Queen of Pentacles. I actually really like this reading. It's kind of interesting. I don't really feel like it's talking about anything specific, which is interesting. I feel like it is a general reading. I'll put it that way. You have 3 queens here, which is very interesting as well. The queen energy sometimes to me can represent really needing to be bold and assertive, which is really the Queen of Wands, which you have the Queen of Wands here. But having all 3 queens is kind of like, there's a 4th queen. Yes, I understand that. But, I feel like there is this really strong need for a drive. It's almost like something needs some hot sauce or something in your life. Here, Leo. It's like, it's good, right? But it would be better with hot sauce, whatever is going on here. Let's dig into it. We're going to figure out what it is. The Queen of Pentacles just says, you have everything you need. Queen of Pentacles is a card of resourcefulness and being resourceful. She has a rabbit down here, and the rabbit normally, not on this one, the rabbit can represent fertility and abundance. People always like to remind me of that. Yes, I know. But it's also a card that says she's not focusing on the rabbit. She's normally focused on that pentacle. She's focusing on what she does have. She's not focusing on anxiety. Rabbits are considered anxious animals, so she's more focused on what she does have. And that's exactly what I'd be doing if I were you. You have the Nine of Cups as your crossing energy. This could be what is missing here. The Nine of Cups is about kind of being an energy instead of just, trying to wish for an energy. It is a card of wishing for something or making a wish or living a wish. But as I always say, normally the guy on the Nine of Cups, he kind of looks chubby because, he's about to have a feast on the card, but he's chubby, so he's had many feasts before that. It kind of says like he's about to experience an energy that he has experienced before. So with the Nine of Cups, I truly believe that we really need to soak up in energy. We really need to soak in energy before we can actually experience it. So it's like if we want true love, I always say, it's like there are things that people do who are in true love that we need to do, right? Maybe we need to just go do some of the things that those people do so we can be in that energy. Maybe we need to love our dog or our cat or whatever, right? It's like being in that love energy, soaking in it, really feeling it. Then we can attract it into our life, and that's what we need to do with the Nine of Cups. In the area of your thoughts, you have the Ten of Cups. Love it. Ten of Cups is like feeling fortunate, feeling really happy, feeling like things are really going your way. So I love this for you here, Leo. I feel like there could be a lot of benefits and just good things coming in for you with the Ten of Cups. I feel for a lot of you that the Ten of Cups is kind of like, some of you could be definitely thinking about love. You have a lot of good love cards here. So if you want love, Ten of Cups is my card of dating or, getting out there, socializing, meeting new people. I feel like it would be a really good time for you to do that with the Ten of Cups. You have the Wheel of Fortune here. The Wheel of Fortune did come up in reverse, and I will say that I actually don't feel like it was much of a mistake. I mean, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse is about really needing to take control of your destiny. When it's in the reverse, we're kind of like on the outside of the wheel. And it really doesn't matter if I show you this one close up because it's not really a wheel on this version of the card. But with the Wheel of Fortune, it's like we need to take control of our destiny. We need to make sure that things aren't just happening to us. We need to take control and we need to become, the force in life. We need to become the one that dictates how things go. It can be a card of being in a washing machine. It's like you're just getting tossed all over the place when it comes up in reverse. You're not taking control of your destiny. So to do that, number one, we do that with our vibrations. There's always a snake on the Wheel of Fortune. Snakes can kind of represent our vibrations. It's kind of like a traditional Wheel of Fortune. It's like a squiggly snake. It looks like a vibration. So we need to think positively. We need to look for things that bring joy into our life and all that other stuff. It's also a card of learning as well. So just raw education, like literally from books or anything else. If we're dealing with any problems or just any solutions where we feel like they're out of control, education is always super beneficial with the Wheel of Fortune. In the past, you have the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands is very spontaneous energy. A lot of mysteries here as well. Normally on the Knight of Wands, there are 3 pyramids behind him, and the pyramids in the tarot kind of represent mysteries and not being sure what's going on. There's a Sphinx at the top of the Wheel of Fortune normally. So you have like a lot of mystery or, kind of mysterious symbolism going on here. And so I feel for a lot of you, it's like life has been a mystery. You know what the interesting thing to me here is in your reading as well, Leo, is it's like in the past, I feel that maybe you've kind of looked for easier solutions. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, by the way. It's like if you need money and if you found a bag of money, is there anything wrong with that? No. That would probably be pretty freaking helpful. But what I would say is it's like I feel like you're realizing that solutions shouldn't and can't be that easy all the time, and that maybe we should be looking for longer term solutions. Kind of weird message to get on the Knight of Wands, but that's what I feel there. Next you have let me just make sure that doesn't do that. But next you have the Queen of Cups here. The Queen of Cups is about kind of like focusing and needing to focus on things that matter to you. So I feel like for a lot of you, that's what this is saying. It's like saying that you need to kind of focus on what is important to you in your life. She's normally very focused on the cup that she is holding. It doesn't really look like a cup. It kind of looks like a trophy on a traditional Queen of Cups. So it kind of says that she really values her emotions and how she feels about things. By the way, this is the area of your near future, basically this week. So it's kind of weird to me that everybody in the mid-March readings had the Queen of Cups or the King of Cups. It seems to be a very emotional time right now, but I feel like we need to focus on, kind of like what we love, or, positive things in our life, basically. Over the next few months, you have the Eight of Swords. Kind of weird. By the way, it's 12-12 there, Leo, so that could be important for you, but, the Eight of Swords is about being stuck, and it's a card of self-imposed restriction as well. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I do feel like there is a lot of restriction going on, but the way that I look at it is it's like popping a pimple. It's like, yeah, we might be under a lot of pressure, and I feel like this is not just you. Two other signs, Pisces, can't remember who else, had the Eight of Swords in this exact position. So, it's like this is going on for multiple people. I think it's more of a collective energy where it's like we could be dealing with this kind of pressure, kind of like that needs to be released, right, in life. And I feel like this Eight of Swords is, again, talking about education. You always get the Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords is about being too close to a problem. So it's like over the next few months, if you're experiencing problems, Eight of Swords says there are other solutions that are going to be very easy for you, to solve your problems, but you have to kind of look for other ways of doing things or learn from other people or just find other solutions, right, through education, like I said, with that Knight of Wands. Next, you have the Three of Wands. Three of Wands is a card of expansion. So Three of Wands is a card of kind of, expansion in your life, or a card of transformation as well. So I feel that for some of you that you are expanding. This is coming up in the area of your closest relationships. So I feel for a lot of you that you're kind of like expanding socially, and I feel like that's going to be very important. Some of you, I always get this weird feeling as well, Leo. I'm just going to say it. It's like, it wouldn't surprise me if some of you have been doing something for like 20 years, something like that, and it's like you're making a complete change to something else. And I'm referring to career here. There are normally three boats in the water on the Three of Wands. He's looking out into the water, but it kind of looks like a desert on a traditional Three of Wands. It's almost like he's looking out into nothingness, but if he looks closer, it's like he sees that those boats are out there, and then he realizes it's water. There's actually a lot of opportunity. It's not a desert. It's like there's an opportunity to go somewhere else. I kind of get that feeling for you here, where it's like some of you could be opening up to opportunities that maybe you didn't have the resources to open up to in the past, or maybe you just couldn't do them in the past for whatever reason. But it's like I kind of see this as, which is weird, but it kind of makes sense that it's popping into my head like this. I feel like you're kind of like opening up to new opportunities. Next, in the area of your future feelings, you have the Queen of Wands, feeling very bold, feeling very assertive. It's like you're ready to go. So I feel that there's a lot of success coming in for you with the Queen of Wands. I feel like you're discovering a lot of opportunity as well with the Queen of Wands. And it's mostly because I feel like you're just being bold, being assertive, really going for the things that you want. And for your outcome, you have the Page of Wands. Page of Wands is a card of success, and it's also a card of a new adventure. I feel like that's what the most important thing here in your reading is, that you are clearly kind of going on a new adventure at this time with this energy. And let's see where this new adventure is going to lead for you here, Leo, because it looks pretty good. I feel, again, that Wheel of Fortune is popping into my head is extremely important for you. So, I would definitely watch your vibrations at this time. Make sure you're keeping it positive. It's like, and I feel like you need to believe in yourself. Look at this here. Queen of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, Queen of Cups, Queen of Wands. Going in this diagonal here. It's almost like, believing in yourself is going to be the thing that changes your fortunes. Here with the Queen of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups, you have the Page of Wands. So it's like you have the Page of Wands again. Page of Wands is definitely encouraging you to go on a new adventure. Again, I've said it before, I'll say it again. Wouldn't surprise me if a lot of you were moving or planning to move over the next, couple years here. It just seems to me like a lot of you are probably moving. It's funny that I said Pisces, by the way, as well, because I feel the same exact way for Pisces with that Eight of Swords. So if you're dealing with a Pisces in a relationship or anything like that, that would make perfect sense to me. With the Ten of Cups, you have the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups is about needing to look at what you do have. The Five of Cups, he needs to turn around and see the two cups behind him, because then he sees the bridge and the castle that also exists behind him. And if he does that, he will be successful. So I feel like some of you need to be grateful for the things that you do have at this time. Again, we're going pimple, right? I feel like that at this beginning of 2022 is like a zit, that's kind of, there's a lot of pressure, it's like an angry zit, if you've ever had one of those, where it's just like angry, inflamed, it needs to pop, the energy needs to release, but there's some restriction. So, like I've said in past videos, this inflation stuff, the gas prices, all a lot of other stuff. I'm not making a political statement here. Again, I'm not political. I think we should round them up, put them all in jail, as far as I'm concerned. But what I would say here is that I feel like there's a lot of this stuff that is kind of making us feel restricted and is causing restriction, is creating this pressure, and it's like we just want some sort of release. And I get that feeling for you here. With the wheel, so we're going to look at and see if it doesn't show up. We're going to ask at the end, where is the release? How do you form this release? With the Wheel of Fortune, you have the Page of Cups. Page of Cups is all about your imagination. Normally, the Page of Cups kind of has a fish that is in a cup out in front of him. That fish represents something he could be imagining. It's something he needs to grab onto. I feel like that could be one part of the release for you, but again, you have 3 pages now. I really feel there's something that you maybe haven't always had the resources to do, but maybe now you do, or you're getting closer to having the resources to being able to do something that you've wanted to do, like start a business, or maybe you want to start a YouTube channel or a podcast or whatever, right? Maybe you want to move. That could be another thing you've wanted to do. It's like the resources are becoming available, and it's like this new adventure is probably going to lead to a lot of changes in your life. So I feel like that's just part of it. With the Page of Cups, you have the Page of Pentacles, or the Queen of Pentacles. Again, sorry, and I meant the Queen of Cups. There's too many queens, too many pages in this reading, right? But with the Queen of Cups, you have the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles, all about resourcefulness. So you have her twice now. There could be also an earth sign coming in for you if you are looking for love. And again, it doesn't matter what gender you're attracted to. But I feel like this Queen of Pentacles is saying you now have the resources to do something that you've wanted to do. And again, I want to stress that maybe you don't have exactly the resources you need, right? I always tell a story. When my brother and I moved to Seattle, we did not really have the money to move to Seattle, but we did it anyway. And, the universe rose to meet our needs, right? And I truly believe that when we do something where maybe we kind of have the resources, like we kind of did, we kind of didn't, it was a little bit of a stretch. Like I said, we're eating a lot of peanut butter and jelly, right? But we made it. We made it happen, right? And I kind of feel that for some of you where, I'm not saying you're to be just eating peanut butter and jelly, but what I am saying is maybe there's something you want to do. It could be much bigger than moving, right? Starting a business or whatever. It's like maybe you kind of have the resources, you kind of don't. I think we need to push through those times, I think we need to push through those things. For some of you, I feel like it's energetic. Like maybe you want to work on a project, but it's like you're working all day, and by the time you get home, you're really, really tired. And, I think pushing through that exhaustion, pushing through that tiredness could be a little bit of a challenge, not discounting it at all, right? But what I would say here is I feel like pushing through those feelings is going to be very important for you. With the Eight of Swords, you have the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands is a card of commitment. It's like if you are committed to doing something, you will be very successful. It's a card of conviction as well. So I feel like the deeper you are committed to making something happen, with that Eight of Swords, the better. With the Three of Wands, you have the King of Cups now. King and Queen of Cups showing up here. If you're looking for love, definitely a very deep connection coming in for you. Again, could be a water sign, could be an earth sign, could be any sign, just a general reading here, Leo. But I do feel like there's something very deep coming in for you. It's crazy to me that the King of Cups has come up for almost everyone and the Queen of Cups. But, it showing up in the area of relationships. A lot of people have been getting King of Cups type energy. So I do feel like we are very attracted to maybe people who are more emotionally stable at this time, people who have their head on straight, people who aren't panicking about the gas prices and all that other stuff. I mean, it makes sense to me that we would be more attracted to that in the first place during these times, right? But definitely could be a person. If it's not a person, I feel like, again, talking about an adventure, normally in the background of the King of Cups, there's a boat. The boat kind of represents going on some sort of adventure where you don't know where you're going. And the King of Cups, the boat, is meant to represent, like, the Vikings. It's not meant to represent the Vikings, but if you think about the Vikings, they would get on the sea, they would sail somewhere, they didn't know if they were going to find land or not. It's kind of like the energy of going on an adventure, not knowing what the outcome is going to be, but doing it anyway. It's, the true explorer, or whatever you want to call it. And that's what I feel for you in your reading. We've talked about this. With the Queen of Wands, you have the Nine of Pentacles. You have everything and more that you need. She normally has 3 pentacles on one side, 6 on the other. I literally feel that this card is just saying you have more than enough. You have 3 pentacles and then you have 6 more. Kind of reminds me of David Goggins. He says, like, most people give up at like 70%, right? Where they really have like 30% more energy to go. So I feel like this is saying you have much more energy than you realize to be successful. With that Page of Wands, you have the Queen of Swords, finally seeing things clearly. It's like I feel like you see your path clearly, which is nice. If you're starting a new adventure, starting something new, it's like you finally understand like where you're going with this Queen of Swords energy. I just want to ask more about this release. Can we get more details on this release? You have the Sun, your card. So feeling really good, feeling really happy with the Sun. And definitely a lot of happiness. What I would say with that Wheel of Fortune is that we have to focus on our joy. We have to focus on positive vibrations so that we can control the wheel. So I feel like that's part of it. You have the Seven of Swords, doing things a different way. What I've been talking about this whole entire time with that Eight of Swords. Seven of Swords can be lying, cheating, stealing. Again, I don't feel like this is a love reading. I feel like this is more new adventure reading. And I feel like the Seven of Swords is a card where he's doing something differently. He is stealing the swords from an army that is in the background of the Seven of Swords, and it just says that he is going to war, but in a different way. He's not killing the people, right? He's doing it tactically. So I feel like, again, part of your solution, if you're feeling pressure, is to say, like, how does everybody do what I want to do? Whether it's starting a business, getting into a relationship, do it the other way. It's like the opposite is going to work, right? And you end with the Queen of Cups again. So clearly there could be a water sign coming in for you. I feel like your emotions are going to be very important as well. It's like your emotions are going to be the thing that is going to lead to success. How crazy is this, by the way? 2 totally different decks. I don't know if you can see this, but these 2 cards came up next to each other. And if you look, there's part of a wing right here. It almost looks like this right here. How crazy is that here, Leo? But again, I feel like that for a lot of you, this is saying keeping things positive is going to be your best friend. But this is a pretty interesting reading. It's going to be interesting to see like where things wind up in, like a couple years, honestly. But I feel like it's going to be interesting to see what you're working towards this year as well. So thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, Leo, and definitely enjoy your week.